Well, last episode we did suffer a huge defeat, but we kept up our solid start to life in Ligue 1, and now the season takes a dramatic turn, this time out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Respect the Jeff, back here with Paris FC. Been an excellent start to the season so far, 7 games in. We're in 4th place in a win here. It's a big if, but it could take us into 2nd place. Way better than I thought we'd start the season, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Still very early days, but all said and done, things are looking really, really good. We did suffer that one hefty defeat last time. Outside of that, it's been pretty excellent, if I don't say so myself, so we'll see how things continue to go. We got some heavy hitters coming up next, big teams left in Ligue 1 to face off against, but immediately in front of us, it's Bordeaux, and on paper, this should be a pretty winnable one. And now, as we go into the press conference ahead of the game, I'm going to go ahead and take some community questions, and first up, it's OG Jeff Sub from the Discord who asks, what is the team goal for this season? I think it's definitely to push for a European spot. It's maybe not that realistic with our team overalls just yet, but we've seen a really promising start. I think bare minimum this season is to finish top half. I think we should expect no less than that. So that's what we're setting our sights on. And then the second and final question for our conference today is, how are we planning on replacing Wabi Kazri in time? Is Husni going to move into that spot, or will we expect a new signing? Well, I think right away I kind of just addressed this by saying Kazri is an integral part of this team, and I know he is getting up there with age, but he's still in his low 30s, and despite the way FIFA likes to degrade players who hit 30, I'm gonna keep it realistic. If he keeps playing well, he's gonna keep his overall. So I guess long-winded way of answering your question is just to say that he is part of our plans for as long as he keeps playing well, and we're really not considering alternatives until the time comes where we need to start looking at them. So that's it for the press conference. Thanks so much for the questions, guys. If you want to jump in the Discord, link is in the description. But with that said, let's get to the gameplay. So it seems pretty clear now that we know our goal for this season, which is to try to reach any kind of European spot, be it Champions League, Europa League. I think the Europa Conference League is in FIFA now. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but anything we can get this season would be considered a win. It's our first season back in Ligue 1, and honestly, like I said, bare minimum, we expect to finish top half. But as things stand now, we've had a really, really great start to the season. I don't see any reason why we can't make a serious push for our goals this time out. But like I said, it's all dependent on the games in front of us. We had a huge win against PSG, but we have some big names coming up in the division still left to play off against. And after this game, it's going to get a little tough. So I think these run-ins are probably going to be the ones that decide the course of our season. We got to be a little careful here as Peñaranda gets in behind and he scores. Minutes into the game here, we find ourselves down. I'm off talking about the future, but in the present, we are already struggling in this game. Some poor marking on the wing. That is an unbelievable finish. Fair credit to him at the near post nonetheless. Just dives in a little too early to the challenge there, and you really don't expect his shot to be put into the roof of the net from that kind of angle, but nonetheless, we find ourselves a goal down. Samuel Piet gets the ball forward to Wabi Kazri, who dinks one over the top for Laura, inches away, and that's exactly the kind of idea we're looking to get out of our star attacking midfielder. Once again has the ball, or this time it's Mitrita actually working it through, finds Laura, who shoots. It's blocked a second time. Well, we're definitely giving it our all here. Paris FC charging forward in numbers, and a couple half chances in at goal. Laura tries to turn his man again. No luck this time around. 20 minutes into the game, it's been all action so far, but unfortunately for us, we have nothing to show for it just yet. Gaetan Laura slips one through for Kazri, who's clean through on goal, if not for a fantastic challenge from the center back, who catches back up and pokes it away at just the right time. Despite the early goal, I think we've been playing really well, to be fair. We just can't quite get that final shot off. And Mitrita now looking to change that, using his pace in behind. Kazri lays it off, and again, denied. It's some outstanding last-ditch defending from Bordeaux that just denies us several really good chances. And as we come towards halftime here, a ball played through, blocked in the last-ditch effort there from our center back this time. Like I said, it's been all action so far. Wabi Kazri unsuccessful again and looking to play a through ball there to Laura, making the run in behind. This time Otto gets the better of both of our center backs, and he scores. Punished there for overcommitting numbers forward. you gotta say it's probably poor defending on the part of Umar Soleil. And we're punished for a small mistake here after honestly dominating for a lot of this game. I feel like I'm being pretty objective here in saying that we've been playing well. It's just not really our night, and that's the second one we've conceded now. Honestly, probably the only 2 chances they've had, and they converted both. We have 30 minutes left here to try to make the improbable happen. Gaetan Lora with a shot from distance, not too far off. We got to throw more numbers at it, though. Kyle Larin coming on. Thanks for whoever corrected me on the pronunciation in the last video. Hopefully I'm getting it right now, but he's had a pretty mixed start to the season, but we've seen what he's capable of, the big striker, and he comes on and immediately looks to make an impact. Not far off at all. Heads it just over the post. He's a big aerial threat. It's something Gaetan Lora isn't necessarily great at, so it's good to have the alternative. Wabi Kazri again shoots and again is denied. 66 minutes in, I just don't know what else we can throw at this game. Eventually it trickles over the line off of a corner header from Gaetan Lora, who converts it, try to grab the ball back to keep the momentum and kick things back off. The game wouldn't let me, so we're just going to celebrate and roll with it. We pull a goal back and it's very much still in the balance here. 2-1 with 15 minutes left. Kazri now plays a ball through for Lora. Give and go here with Larin, Mitrita, the front 3 firing on all cylinders here, moving it around with great fluidity. Mitrita over the top for Lora. Can't quite get there, and again it's headed away. But again, we come forward, so Larin, Lora looking for a way through, and he finds Mitrita again. He's been a menace all afternoon, the winger. Plays it back. Lora rolls his man, probably the last chance of the game. Can't quite find a way through. Piet for Lopez. Can he put a ball in? No, it's poked away, and that just might be it. The whistle blows. We gave it everything we had, and it just wasn't enough this time around. 2-1 Bordeaux takes us down, and you gotta say that is a disappointing loss. Alright, well, it's a loss. On the bright side, I feel like we played well, and it was a little unfortunate for us to get taken down in that last game, so we keep our heads held high, and we go into some definitely more difficult matches coming up next. It's Marseille. Taking a quick check-in with our youth academy, Marley Felix, our new signing from Lyon this season, is growing a lot. I think all of those players, though, still need to brew a little bit in there before they're ready for the big time. We're still in 6th despite that loss, 8 games into the season. We have a game in hand over a handful of these teams, so things are still looking really positive. No need to get down about it, but we're head-to-head 6th versus 7th with Marseille, a big club in French football. And with that said, this is the lineup going in, and let's get to it. All right, here we go. A real test for the team as we face off against Marseille. We've taken down not only one of the big dogs, but the biggest dog in French football in PSG. So at this point, we know we're capable of great things. It's just a matter of getting out there and making them happen. There's going to be ups and downs this season. I am sure of it as we adjust to life back here at the top. But I think we've already shown incredibly promising signs from incredibly promising youngsters, too. We have so many good developing young talents in the squad that are only gonna get better with age. Honestly, it's just a matter of balance at this time, I feel like. Making the right signings to keep developing our talent, but keep improving the squad. How about that from a ball? Wabi Kazri picks out Lora, and it's a goal. Paris FC take the lead under 10 minutes in. That is exactly the kind of response we would have been hoping for after that last game. And honestly, just like every single episode, I feel like we talk about these two, Wabi Kazri and Gaetan Lora, the spine that forms our attack down the middle of the pitch. And we see that exact same play work so many times. Kazri really has an eye for a through ball, and obviously Lora has the legs to get on the end of them and the finishing ability to score as well. This game is far from over, though. Dimitri Payet is an absolute menace for Marseille, and that is a shot that really tested the fingertips of the goalkeeper. Honestly, big shout out to Lucas Zidane, who's made huge improvements over the last couple months and really went from looking like we needed to replace him to being our lockdown #1 and sometimes the best player in the team at times this season. Really saved us games individually, or with his individual performances, rather. And on we go here. Diakite, another notable youngster in the squad, charging forward, plays a lovely ball for Lora, who's absolutely flatlined by the center back, who definitely didn't get the ball. I'm not sure why we didn't get a call there, but on we go. Kazri taken down again, no call. Mustafa Nam plays through Ilyas Husni, who takes a lovely touch into space, but it's eventually poked away. Well, we're finding a lot of success in the counterattacks in this game, but not all of them come off, only the one goal so far. And we got to be careful here as De La Fuente gets in behind. This is a dangerous opportunity, and it is capitalized upon by Marseille, who pull a goal back off of a little counterattack of their own. It's been an end-to-end match so far. And as we take it into the second half here, it is still anyone's game, 1-1. And again, De La Fuente looking absolutely menacing up top. A lovely run forward, and it's a shot just wide of the post that wasn't on target enough to really test the fingertips of Zidane. We'll take it, but they just continue coming forwards. Here it's off the crossbar, and again, a shot completely scuffed there. We are very fortunate to get away with that one. 70 minutes in, Marseille have totally kicked it up a gear, and we are on the back foot here, defending deep, doing everything we can to keep chances away. And the game starts to wind down here, but we're really just not getting any control back. Zidane again pulls an unbelievable save out of nowhere to keep things level, but it's a little flattering to us, honestly, that we haven't conceded another goal. It's been all Marseille pretty much in the second half, and we just keep going here. Man brought down with a late challenge from Corchia. We're doing anything we can to just keep them at bay. Time winds down now, 9 minutes left. It's just a matter of hanging on. I think a point at this point would be a pretty big deal for us. But a shot from outside the box rattles the crossbar, and on we go. Oh man, this game has been anything but comfortable for us. And Diakite just looking to regain control, and again, just feeling unlucky here. It seems like nothing's going our way. Eventually, we see it out. 1-1, like I said, I'm going to consider that a victory for us. We scrape by on a point that we probably didn't deserve based off of the performances from the two teams, but it's a big point nonetheless, and on we go with the season. All right, well, we made it through a pretty tough game with a point, but it doesn't stop. It's Monaco up next, who are in 10th place, but don't get it wrong, they are definite challengers, probably for the title this season. Really solid squad, despite their kind of slow start. Taking a look at the lineups now, I'm going to rotate just a little bit, keep things fresh. We have a pretty deep roster, especially in midfield. I'm bringing Mustafa Nam back into the fold. No disrespect to Samuel Piet, who has been outstanding, but I think Nam is just the more overall well-rounded player. He offers us a lot more going forwards, and despite being great defensively, Piet definitely doesn't really do the latter. So this is the squad we got going into the next game. Big eyes on trying to get a win out of this one, and on we go. All right, here we go in a big away matchup against AS Monaco, who are definitely going to be some of our main competitors for any of the European spots this season. Like I said, they had kind of a slow start, but based off the team they have on paper, I think they should be up there. It seems like PSG kind of has the league locked down, if we're being honest, but they should be challenging for the title, or at least for the Champions League spots. So I think any head-to-head points we can get over teams like this is going to go a long way come the end of the season for us. Having a pretty solid start to the game so far, working the ball around, but Monaco defending well. Laura forced to take a shot from distance, and I thought for a split second that was going in. It was off the uprights behind the goal. It had lovely curl on it, but it just wasn't enough. Realistically, I think the goalkeeper was getting to that one, but props to Laura for taking that chance on. He's had a really good start to life here in Ligue 1, making the jump up definitely from the second division, and not too far off at all there, Laura, from picking out Khazri, who is making a run into the box. We've looked bright so far, but we got to be careful. Hajam is caught out there. Diatta getting himself in behind. Eventually, our left back does recover. He's had a little bit of an up and down season so far, Hajam, but he's our #1 left back. Although we got bigger problems than Hajam's form right now, as we concede a goal played straight through the center there. And I guess concerns really about our center backs as well. It seems like both Bamba and Soleil are just getting passed around at times. Not to be too critical, they're both very young, I think 23 still. And all said and done are looking pretty good, but it just doesn't look the same as when we were in the second division. We're not keeping as many clean sheets, obviously, and I think that's just the kind of quality we're going to be up against this season. So on we go. I think we're still looking in pretty good shape, but in the context of this game, we got to find ourselves some kind of foothold to get back into this, being a goal down now. We've had a decent amount of possession, but not too many chances. Monaco really sitting deep and doing a great job playing on here. Wabi Khazri is brought down with a nasty challenge from behind there. No call given just yet. I'm assuming it'll be called back for yellow, but he does carry on for the time being, Khazri, despite being in a little bit of pain. You can tell it's probably not too innocuous of an injury, so hopefully it's not. too costly to us here as we go on. Monaco get a second goal off of a little counterattack, playing down the wing there, not able to close down. Things going from bad to worse here. The game's flipped on its head. Our star player is injured, and despite carrying on, doesn't look quite right, and I'm not sure exactly if we're supposed to sub him off at this point, or if we carry on and hope he can just produce a moment of magic. Out wide here, it's Hajam who plays through Mitrita, clean through on goal, great chance shaping up, and another challenge comes flying in. This time the man stays down, and Mitrita looks to be in serious pain as we come towards halftime here. He's not going to be able to continue, and that's a second barging challenge in on our player. Been a really rough, heated match so far, and that does not look good at all. Unfortunately for us, we don't have a huge depth of options on the wing. Yeah, that's a nasty challenge there. Elbow coming in from the center back who is marking him there, and we bring on Kyle Laren to go up top. We're going to push Laura out wide, I guess, to play as a winger. We honestly don't have too many wingers in the squad at the moment, so depth might be an issue here. We might have to rework the starting 11 a little bit going forwards if this is a problem. Diakite now charging into the box and looking to get forwards. Again, not enough to trouble the goalkeeper, but it is recycled as Samuel Piet plays it back down for Laren. Husni cutting inside and again blocked. Still shaping up for a shot though. Husni, really good footwork. Piet looking for a way through. It's Laren who rolls his man. Great footwork, and he finishes. How about that? Kyle Laren stepping up to the plate when called upon. This is exactly why we signed him. He might not be a guaranteed starter, but he is a force to be reckoned with up top. And honestly, if he can keep contributing like this, we might just have to find a way to fit both him and Laura into the squad going forwards. Both of them are looking really solid. Laren again, great link-up play, picking out Diakite, who has options. Can he cross, cutting it back? No, it's into the man, but Corchia takes a crack at the edge of the area, straight at the goalkeeper. We still try to pull one goal back to get back into this game. It's been a lot of tight matches as of late. The bright side, we're keeping ourselves in them, but on the downside, we're not necessarily getting the points we want out of these games. Rough challenge from the edge of the area to find Rafa Mir, who sets up the man for the shot that makes it 3 for Monaco, and the game might have just slipped back out of our grasp with that one. Disappointing to say the least, a little harsh maybe there to not have gotten the call, but probably not great on our part to not just get rid of the ball when it's in such a dangerous area. We might have to pay the price for that one with 20 minutes left. We're going to send all the players forward here to press as much as we can. I'm not sure exactly what Monaco's doing as it finds its way back to Piet at the edge of the area, who puts it into the back of the net. That's a gift of a goal if we'll ever see one. Tidy finish, to be fair, for the defensive midfielder, but I don't know exactly what Monaco was trying to do with that play. 13 minutes left. It's still game on here. If we can find one to at least grab a point out of this game, it would be great. Soleil gets himself all the way forwards, and it is not far off at all from finding itself back to the feet of a striker. 10 minutes left, and another ball played through. Adamella Lookman is through on goal. Chipping it straight there to Luka Zidane, who did really well to read that play. Game on still. A rough challenge coming in. And again, no call. The ref has been very lenient, to say the least. Corchia carries on here, trying to find a way in behind the lines. 7 minutes left, and we still carry on. Samuel Piet gives the ball away. It's really sloppy from both teams as Lookman picks the ball back up and gets his head up, looking to play it through Diata. Sprinting down the wings now. Not a lot of time left. We got to get this ball back. Monaco coming forwards again. Vlahovic, Lookman, little give and go, top of the box. They're looking for any kind of opportunity, and again, it's denied. This might be the last chance of the game here. Bolosian poked away. Can't quite get it off of his feet quick enough, and Lookman in behind again. Time running seriously thin now. We just can't seem to get it out of our own half. Ball played in behind, and it's 4. You can't say the pressure hasn't been on, and Monaco definitely put this one to bed with only seconds left in the match. Well, we definitely tried. We were outclassed on the night. Great finishing, big credit there to Monaco, who outplayed us for sure, but we showed some spirit. We fought back, and although we are going to take a loss in this game, I think we showed some promising signs. So disappointing in the end for sure. Disappointing result probably in our last 2 or 3 games, so we are starting to slip up a little bit, but I still have big faith in this team. Probably a little bit of a regression to the mean of how we should be performing. So we keep our heads up despite the loss, and on we go with the season. Well, it was a mixed bag this time out. 2 losses and a draw, not ideal, and to make matters worse, Mitrita and Khazri are both out. Mitrita for 2 months, Khazri for 1. That's gonna hurt, I won't lie. We already are dealing with injuries. Soumaré's been out for a long time, and we're really struggling this season. We barely had injuries last time, but last season rather, but things are not looking great for us this time. And it's really hurting because I think if we're all fit and we have all of our players at our disposal, we're a really solid team, but we don't have the depth that some of the bigger teams do just yet. Taking a look at how we line up here, on the bright side, like you just saw on the screen, Vinicius Tobias is finally back from injury. He only got to make his debut before he was out for a significant period. That'll be nice to have as a backup option for right back, but he's not a guaranteed starter now, so it's not like it'll change too much. Soumaré, Matrita, and Khazri, all three out. On paper, 3 of our 4 highest rated players out. That's gonna hurt. Taking a look though at how we'll line up going forwards, like I said, Tobias will be an option, but honestly, the way things are, he's not exactly gonna make it out of the reserves for a lot of these games. Sky's the limit for him in terms of potential, but the way he stands now, we're gonna have to ease him back from injury and really figure out what we're doing going forwards. I think in the middle of the pitch, we'll have Diakite and Piet continue to start. Up top, it's going to be a little questionable. I guess Husni can play at attacking mid. Lopez can come back into the fold. I don't know outside of that. We might be looking at a change in lineup. I think we accidentally have Mustafa Nam playing at left mid. I don't think that'll exactly work out, but we'll figure out the exact lineup next time. Let me know what you guys are thinking. In the meantime, also in the meantime though, we're sitting in 10th. So we've slipped up significantly. Like I said, the minimum this season is probably going to be to finish top half. So I think no lower than what we are right now. On the bright side, I think we've seen the best of what this team can do. It's been a bit of a rough go, but I think we'll get back to playing better than we did this episode. On the downside, PSG are first in the league by 3 points. It's still in the running, but we don't want to see them win again if we can do anything about it. And hopefully if you guys want to help us succeed and help shape the storyline behind the scenes, feel free to jump into the Discord. You can also ask questions like we saw earlier in this episode. I'm going to start doing that on a more frequent basis. Huge shout out to everyone who's been involved so far. Could not do this series without you guys. And I do hope to see some of you join us in the Discord and continue building this community. It's been so positive and really genuinely great to see. But on we go. If you guys haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. Stay up to date. We got some huge games and huge episodes coming up soon, and I will be back soon with the next episode. But until then, I'm Respect the Jeff, and I'll see you next time.